in order.
EA Sports and the PGA Tour proudly present the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today it's live third-round coverage of the Pittsburgh Invitational. And hello again and welcome. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Nobilo. We are at Oakmont Country Club in western Pennsylvania. Frank, the site of so many historic moments. Great players have made their mark here. Sam Snead, Ben Hogan, Jack Nicklaus, Ernie Els, a long and distinguished list.
Oakmont, if it's not the most difficult golf course in North America, Rich, it's certainly one of the most difficult golf courses. With its 210 bunkers, really personified by the church pews, the hard and slick greens that slope away from the player and the tight fairways, this golf course always requires the utmost precision.
Right out of the center of the bat. Did you hear that?
Oh, this looks good.
Certainly is. Well, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
This has really been a challenge all day long with these winds coming from different directions, changing speeds. It's gone from 15 upwards to 25 miles per hour. Really a test for the players.
There's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Well, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
Little redemption chance here. Had bogey yesterday. Bang for another birdie. 8 under par for the tournament. On the tee, ready to go. Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
That is classy.
Yeah, a chance of going in.
Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round. That drops for another birdie. 2 in a row to start the round. Third hole's a par 4. Again, it's 428 yards, but Frank, we look out to the left and we can see there's nothing quite like the third at Oakmont.
Well, the church pews certainly might look beautiful from our point of view, but they really shrink the hole down, or the landing area, because not only the pews on the left side, but a bunch of bunkers on the right. You see the tee shot plays a little downhill, but it funnels in so closely together that more often than not, we'll see players hit long irons off the tee here.
Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. You can't ask for much more than that. About 5 feet away. Beautifully done. Frank going for another birdie here.
Just to get on a real roll.
I thought that was in.
Yeah, it looked good. I mean, line, pace. It's hard to be critical of that.
And this will be a 5-foot putt here. Frank, you know what gets me about this game? Here a person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke, and that ball spins around and is just laughing at the player. And now what's left, you could breathe on that ball. It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
And now let's go down to the action at the 4th. Frank, this would be a good time to get it going. Made some pars to this point.
He's going for a little extra.
Lame on, golf ball. Shout out to Human Torch, Superhero, Fantastic Four, Marvel.
Whoa, that is long.
What a drive. Just tattooed that. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Into the tall cabbage. That ball is swallowed up.
Remember, out of the rough. Expect the ball to jump forward a little bit.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich.
See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. That's how you maintain momentum. Make those putts for par. Take you up now to the 5th hole, 382-yard par 4. Frank, what do you think of the 5th?
An excellent tee shot is required here with just a long iron. Even something as short as a 4-iron is fine because the hole's not overly long. If you can bisect the bunkers on both sides, that's the key there. Second shot's going to be a little downhill.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Really in control of this hole. Birdie yesterday and another opportunity on the way. Trying to make yet another birdie. Putting up some impressive numbers out here now, 9 under for the tournament. And now to the par 3 6th here at Oakmont, measuring in at just under 200 yards. appears to be tracking well. Chance for birdie after that beautiful shot. Boy, this could be a tough one right here, Frank.
It's a very long putt, Rich. Obviously, it's difficult, but he still has a shot to sink this one for birdie.
What a putt. Just missed, Frank.
That's cruel.
Nudge this one home, finish it up.
Well, really, Rich, right now it's just a case of running out of holes. Pars are fine.
All set here at the par 4-7. Frank, what do players need to look out for off the tee?
It's a rather intimidating tee shot there, since the trees have all been removed that used to be very, very close to this fairway. 3 bunkers down the right side, another 2 on the left. They've either got to be somehow threaded in between, or the longest hitters might just be able to squeeze it past.
Has played the entire day in the short grass, and that's the way to do it. Another fairway. What a display of driving the golf ball. Settling in now after that tough start. We just saw a player in total control of what he's doing. Didn't miss a green in regulation all day long. Birdie putt coming up. Had a par on this hole yesterday. Go ahead and do that for birdie. Frank, the par 3/8, it will take a player's very best strike.
Yeah, it's not often you see the odd driver come out of the bag, but when a hole can be stretched out to close to 300 yards, then everybody in the field needs some heavy artillery. It's a big, long par 3. Green does feed a little bit to the left, but at that distance, no hole is easy.
So a chance for birdie after another solid approach shot. He really likes this hole. Made birdie yesterday. Can he do it again today?
Wow, he got robbed, Frank.
No, it's like kissing your mother-in-law.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Rounding out the front 9 here at Oakmont, Frank, it looks to be straight away, uphill. Anything to be cautious about on this tee shot?
Well, there certainly is. Years gone by, this was a par 5 for the US Opens of yesteryear. Par 5 still for the members. And the reason why is it's a little bit uphill, semi-blind tee shot, bunkers left and right, and of course rough if you miss those. This is one of those holes, even though it's a par 4 now, you miss the fairway here, you are not reaching this green in 2.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special. This looks like it's going to find the target.
Not very good at all right there.
No, I think it's time to sell the clubs, buy a tennis racket.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Take a look now at the 10th hole, Frank. Par 4, 462 yards.
Yeah, this one can play a lot of different distances, and the reason why is if you can sneak a driver to catch the downslope, it can run all the way down. You can have just a wedge in here. If you're not as fortunate and you leave it hanging up on that hill, it plays a good 200 yards for your second.
In the fairway here at the 10th, nice way to start off the back nine. Frank, what's this approach shot look like here at the 10th?
Another one, you're trying to gauge what the ball's going to do when it hits the ground. If this hits the ground on the front of this green, then there's a good chance, believe it or not, it might stay on. Now, you think I'm joking, but you hit one there a little low that catches that front right corner, more often than not, it finishes on the back left.
Just an incredible shot. That is a very makeable putt after a great approach. Well played. Not a gimme, but well within his range. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
In for par. Frank, it's only 379 yards, a par 4. You thinking birdie here at the 11th?
You would think for that distance, no, but you'd take 4 here. It's a stringent tee shot. The fairway doesn't really look pleasing to the eye. It looks like it moves out to the left, but that's exactly where those bunkers are. So more often than not, we see players hitting out of the right rough. And back in 1994, this is where the playoff finished with Lauren Roberts and Ernie Els.
Good tee shot, right in the short grass. Frank, as we look at the approach shot here to the short par 4 11th, you think this is a good example of how you have to be precise in order to win a U.S. Open? Just explain.
A lot of times you're looking at a hole, how you're going to play it 4 times in a row. So it's where you would land that second shot. So if the second shot is played too aggressively and lands in the back half of the green, chances are it will not stay. So therefore you're having to move that landing spot closer and closer to the front. And then you've got to try and play to that spot for 4 straight days. And then hopefully the flag's in a position where you can putt at birdie maybe a couple of those. You're just narrowing down the odds for a U.S. Open.
Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
Just needs to keep it steady here over the putt. Good putt. Well, Frank, the par 5 12th here at Oakmont, it's a lot of golf hole. It's 667 yards.
It's the hardest par 5 I've ever seen or played that doesn't have water. It starts with that tee shot. The whole fairway slopes left to right. Just to get the ball on the fairway, you've got to draw the ball against the slope. The same problem exists with the second and the third shot.
Outstanding tee shot.
Yeah, ball sitting up. You don't have to worry about the wind or anything there. You just take a full-blooded cut at the second shot from here.
Frank, how about this approach shot here at the 12th?
The layup itself to be considered, you've got those 2 sections of cross bunkers that you have to avoid. Plus, remember that the slope of this fairway is left to right. And if you leave the ball up in the rough, that makes that shot even tougher. So make sure it lands on the left side of the fairway and somehow stays on the width of that.
Excellent shot to within 10 feet. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either.
Don't leave it short. Wow. This for par.
Ooh, that hurts. Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey.
Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Here at the par 3 13th, we're ready to tee off. It's 183 yards.
There's a bunker over there.
I think he's headed for it. Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Different day, different hole.
Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like.
Frank, that's what you want to do. Good lag putt.
Yeah, they can't all go in.
He'll take par and move on. Rich Lerner alongside Frank Noveluk. We're at the 14th hole at Oakmont Country Club. Frank, it's only 358 yards. How good is the scoring opportunity here?
This is certainly one of the best chances on the back nine here for birdie. That's for sure, Rich. Just a long iron off the tee there, threaded in between bunkers that adorn both sides of this fairway. To set up to what you would say on Oakmont standards is a relatively gentle green.
Pretty short shot here into the 14th hole.
Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
How'd you like that strike?
That was top of the tree.
Now this for birdie. Came away with a bogey on the previous round.
Comfortably knocks it in.
Well, how about this hole, Frank? 499-yard, par 4 15th. All you want.
Oh, that's for sure. The church pews down the left. It's about 340 yards to get all the way past them, so that's not really an option. Bunkers down the right side, really, they tell you, you've got to somehow hit something in between both of those. And the reason why it's another fairway you want to hit is a long second shot that's a little uphill to a green that, well, just like all the others, is going to take something special. That's beyond long.
That is a sensational play right there, and you have to think that the little helping breeze gave that a nice boost.
It can't be that good.
Up to the 15th green, but looking at a tough putt, considerably long, over 25 feet away.
Birdie here yesterday, trying to do it again today. Pretty good effort right there.
these putts keep the round together. Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder, just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer. And that one just didn't go in. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Frank, this is a point in the round where you really need to summon your best stuff. Par 3 of 231 yards. You know the pressure's building. We're at the 16th hole. And you have a long iron in hand. You can't flinch. You can't take it halfway back and go. This has to be the complete swing, and you have to really have the nerve on this shot.
Yeah, this shot has to be hitting right out of the button, that's for sure. One thing to consider, though, in the back of your mind, it's always better putting back uphill. Well, uphill is actually from the back of the screen. So you actually can be a little braver on 16 than what you might think standing on that tee, because a little long is better than a little short.
That will be a great look at birdie. Settles in over the putt. Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
Just 5 feet left. Don't be short. Just another couple of turns, Frank. So they'll tap in. And he makes it. We're a bogey here. 17th hole at Oakmont, par 4. Only 313 yards, and yet, Frank, it was so pivotal. The last U.S. Open played here in 2007.
Yeah, it was pivotal for a lot of different reasons. Strategy being one. Some elected to go down the right side with just a mid-iron. Others went directly at the green, did not get the ball up and down. Furyk and Tiger Woods come to mind in that situation. You can see the green's just perched up there. If you do lay it up, you don't quite get a full look at this green because you have to lay it up down that right side.
Well, Frank, as we look at this approach shot here at the 17th, the execution has to be absolutely precise, doesn't it?
There might be harder wedge shots in the game, but a 17th hole in a US Open, right now, I can't think of one. This looks like it's going to find the target.
That is a beauty, a real beauty. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. Well, too bad. He'll have to play from the bunker. All right, so greenside bunker. What's he looking to do with this shot, Frank?
Well, really you have to look at the amount of green you got to play with. You don't have to try and fly the ball right by the flag. Allow it to run. Plus, if you can get it to run like a putt, you never know. It might just go in.
Well, he'll be disappointed with that, no doubt.
Yeah, swing didn't quite look right on that one.
This one just requires a little bit of focus. Running a little hot right now. Cool down just a little bit. Great finishing hole here at Oakmont, Frank, the 18th.
I remember back in 1994, this was the last hole in a US Open ever played by Arnold Palmer. You couldn't pick a better finishing hole to win a championship or say farewell.
always makes the hole easier, playing it from the fairway. Well, he's going to have to hit the same club a lot harder or just hit another one. Great way to finish off the final approach shot with a birdie opportunity. Birdie chance here. Very long putt, though.
Got to be a little careful if it gets away on him. Had every chance of going in.
Shouldn't be a problem here. Frank a par here, that's just fine. There you have it. Round 3 is finished, and it was a good one, Frank.
Yeah, after 3 rounds in, you really could start to see who could take home the trophy when it's all said and done. Great play, though, up until this point. Round 4 should be an absolute thriller.
Naruto over and out, and also shout out to today is December 18, 2019, and also shout out to Cats the Musical movie coming out a couple days on December 20, 2019, along with Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker also coming out on that day, December 20, 2019. Both of the movies are about to be perfect, and it's 2020, 20th day of the month, and 2019 the first 2 numbers of the number. 2019. Alright, and Star Wars is on Disney Plus, and that's perfect. So shout out to Disney Plus also. That's perfect, like I said. And with all that being said, CPT Naruto over and out.